Good morning, friends. I'm meteorologist Kelly Green and want to get you up to date on some of the severe weather we've already had so far this morning, and all of this pushing in from the west and from the south. So we'll zoom in here a little closer in this area here in Tippecanoe County. A tornado watch is in effect for all of central Indiana, but we have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for portions of Warren, Fountain, and Tippecanoe counties. This storm right here that's beginning to make its way into West Lafayette and into Lafayette area is going to be packing a punch. Likely some very strong gusty winds, especially on the leading edge of the storm system, in excess of 60 miles per hour or higher. Heavy downpours and a lot of lightning will be associated with these storms as well. We still have more to the south of that, and this line is going to be making its way northeast across all of central Indiana. So once this goes through, we'll start to see the severe threat start to die down quite a bit. But looking at some of the winds, we know that the winds are very strong within this cell, around 60 mile per hour or higher wind gusts. Putting this one in motion to our south, a lot of lightning with these storms to the south. These are lifting ahead of that boundary. So this may take away some of the energy that we're going to be watching out for as that secondary moves in. And that's why we want you to stay weather aware throughout the day today. We have a tornado watch in effect for all of central Indiana until 5 p.m. today. But these storms are still really bringing in some very heavy downpours, a lot of lightning and gusty winds stretching from Hendricks County and Danville area all the way down into Greensburg. And these are all pushing off to the northeast as well. Taking a wider look here at our central Indiana viewing area. Again, we have that tornado watch in effect. We have a couple of warnings off here along this leading edge of this line. And this is the line that we've been talking about for the past several days, giving the heads up to stay weather aware today, because this is the line that we think perhaps could produce some of those rotating storms. We could even see some of these discrete cells producing some rotating storms as well, which means we could see some tornadoes in our area between now and really about 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. So that's why we're going to watch this system as well as the secondary round along the cold front as it moves to the northeast. It'll be tapping into some very unstable air. Sean Ash is with me as well. We're going to be watching this throughout the morning and the afternoon hours. Again, that tornado watch in effect until 5 p.m. today. And taking a look right now at what we have as far as temperatures go, we're still very mild. We've basically been holding steady in the low 70s, upper 60s all morning long. We're still there, and we will see temperatures dropping on the backside of this system as that colder air moves in behind the cold front. 73 right now in Muncie, 68 in Bedford, and our dew points are in the low 60s right now, and that is making way for a very juicy environment, almost a tropical environment, not quite that sticky out there, but it is very humid if you step outdoors. But we do want you to stay weather aware throughout the afternoon, because this is a look at future tracks starting this timeline right now during this 11 o'clock hour. We're going to continue to see this line of storms pushing across central Indiana. This leading edge could produce some of those straight line winds, but we also could see some isolated tornadoes within these storms. We're going to watch out for some bowing of the line as well. That can be really pushing into some of those stronger wind gusts that could go over 58 miles per hour or higher, which is considered severe. Large hail also possible with these storms, but again, want you to still be very aware that we could see some stronger tornadoes out of this perhaps. But nonetheless, this line is going to continue to move on out of here between 4 and 5 o'clock this evening. Should make its way out of east central Indiana after 5 o'clock tonight. And then we'll see things starting to quiet down quite a bit. The backside moves out, cooler air starts to move in. So taking a look at, I'm going to go back to this here again with our rotating storm potential. This is showing where we perhaps could see some tornado activity out of these storms because of the rotation that we have within the atmosphere. So I'll go ahead and move on to the rain potential. We also have some very heavy rain that will be possible, especially in some of those heavier downpours. As far as most areas will pick up around a ½ inch of rain within some of these storm cells. Today, stay weather aware. We cannot stress it enough. The potential for severe weather will continue. Once the front moves through, we'll start to see those temperatures dropping. By 9 p.m., we'll still be in the upper 50s, still pretty mild. We also have a wind advisory that I haven't even talked about yet. So even outside of any of the storms, we are going to see those winds gusting 45, 50 plus miles per hour. We've already had a wind gust at the airport around 61 miles per hour, and that was likely even outside of a storm. So that wind advisory in effect until 8 p.m. tonight. So despite the fact that the storms may be gone, the winds are still going to be up, but they will start to die down as we go into the afternoon, or excuse me, the evening hours tonight. So here's a look at those wind gusts. We'll still see them dropping, but they'll be into those mid-20s even by 8 o'clock this evening. So tonight during the overnight, temperatures will drop into the upper 30s and low 40s, and that's typical for this time of year. Tomorrow, it will be a brighter day, a quiet day. In fact, we're going to get into a pretty quiet pattern, thankfully. Those winds will be out of the north, northwest, and that's going to allow for a cooler day, and this is near normal for this time of year. So tomorrow afternoon, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures will climb into the mid-50s with those winds out of the northwest, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So those winds will ease up quite a bit. For Friday, we'll see temperatures into the upper 50s, so much of the same, but we're going to see a terrific pattern right in time for your Easter holiday weekend. High of 63 degrees on Saturday. So as we take a look at your 7-day forecast, temperatures will be hovering in those low to mid 70s this morning, and we'll keep that severe threat really until about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock this evening. Then you can put your guard down, and then tomorrow we have a high of 54, 58 on Friday. For this weekend, into the 60s, sunshine, a dry pattern, and then as we go into Monday, we are going to see warmer weather moving in, highs in the low 70s Monday, into the mid 70s on Tuesday. And I'm going to take you back to radar one more time just so we can do a little bit more analyzing before I let you go. We have that severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect, and this is in effect for Tippecanoe County, as well as Fountain and Warren counties until 11:15. This storm is pushing off to the northeast. So I'll put it in time here for the past 30 minutes as it rotates off towards the northeast. And I'll look to see if we have any possible rotation within this storm. Looks like we're not, just some gusty winds with this one. So that's definitely good news there. And let's look at the hail swap. Let's see if we have any hail possibly with this. Looks like just a lot of lightning. I'll zoom out here a little bit farther. Whoopsies, a little too far there. Let me zoom back in here on our DMA. So I'll put this back into motion for the past 30 minutes. You can see these are all pushing off to the northeast, and we still expect to see some stronger storms along this line. You can see we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect, this moving towards the Terre Haute area. So we are going to continue to monitor this situation. If we do have any rotating storms that produce some tornado warnings, we will be back on the air with you. So Sean, Ash, and I have you covered throughout the afternoon today. We'll keep you updated with the latest. Thanks for joining us.